Hello and welcome to Coffee in My Cute Kitty Cat Mug with the Librarians, week of November 6th, 2023. This message started coming in a couple of days ago, and I've kind of worked with it for a couple of days, and I'm really excited to get back to it and see what is there. Um, it's a big one. It's on a lot. Let's start with the phrase, the American dream and pursuit of happiness. It's a message around pursuit. And what the librarians want us to know is pursuit is pleasure. And if we start seeing those words as synonymous, a lot of things will shift for us because pursuit is pleasure. And here's what they want to say. Life is a game of pursuit. You all know that life is a game of pursuit, and you can all go back to times where it was fun. Looking at the childhood game, especially of Candyland, there's so much in Candyland. Candyland is such a metaphor for life that we don't even realize. And so many of these childhood games are games that should be teaching us how life works. And yet, for some reason, we lose that connection. But if you go back to Candyland, there is like the swamp, the fire swamp, and you roll and you land, or the sticky fire swamp, whatever it is. You go there and you land, and you have to keep rolling. You have to keep taking action. You're still pursuit to get to the end. You do Gumdrop Mountain, you do these happy things, and yet you don't stop in Gumdrop Mountain and stay. You keep rolling the die, you keep moving forward because you were in pursuit of getting to the end first. We're aware that the analogy breaks down and doesn't completely follow through in that you are not racing to the end of life, but we are all moving towards the end of life. The speed is set. You will all reach the end of life. And that is what you are moving towards. You have to keep rolling. You have to keep playing. And the belief that when you're in Gumdrop Mountain, you will stop is a false belief. The belief that when you are in the fire swamp, you will stay there forever is a false belief. That was Lora. Let me reconnect a little bit. All of life is a pursuit, and we enjoy the pursuit. And they're saying, don't tell us that you don't. You enjoy the pursuit. What you don't enjoy is losing track of what you were pursuing. What you don't enjoy is feeling like you were aimlessly rolling in the dark. This breaks apart two different paths. They're showing like really funny game boards where things are breaking apart, almost like the branch of a tree, and things keep moving, and it still will move you towards an end. It's just which end of which branch are you going to get to? What they're saying is there's a difference between rolling in the dark and being in the dark for a while because you have lost track of where you're going, because you're moving towards something, and then you get lost along the way, but you still are trying to get there. You're trying, but then you fail, and you're trying, but then you fail, and then you're trying, but then you fail, but you still know where it is that you want to be. You still know that you want to be in a healthy relationship. So if you want to be in a healthy relationship and you keep trying and you're not getting there, but you still know that's your goal, it's okay to be rolling in the dark for a while. It's okay because you at least have that intention, that spark of where it is that you want to be. So that's okay. Keep rolling, keep going. Where to be mindful of, to be aware, is where you don't know where you want to be. You're saying, I don't know if I want a relationship, or if I do, what kind of relationship I want. I don't know if I want a career, and if so, what kind of career I want. I don't know what I want. So I'm just randomly rolling. When you're just randomly rolling and you're throwing it out, how do you know which direction on the game board to move? Are you moving towards conclusion? Are you going backwards? Are you going on a little side path through a forest? Are you going up candy cane? You don't know where you're going. You have to know which direction that you are going. They're reminding me of a national park game that I played once, and it was really, really fun. But you have the game board, and it's the entire United States, and it's got all of the different national parks in it. And you have to pick which park you're moving to. And there's strategy and there's competition, because other people might get to that park first, and then you get the little reward. And again, they're saying all the analogies break down a little bit. Don't think too hard about the analogies, but you have to know which park you're moving to. You could move in any direction, and you have to know which park you're going to, because all of life is in motion. All of life, you have to keep moving. If you don't keep moving, life is death, because life is movement, and it's a movement to the end. And where you go along the way to get to the end, that's your choice. But we are all moving towards the end every day. We can't stop this perpetual movement towards the end. And what they ask us to do is to enjoy the game, to enjoy the process, to enjoy the pursuit of the end, because that's really the only place that we can be. And they say we have so many phrases like the joy is in the journey, but it is. And so often we don't allow ourselves to play. We don't allow ourselves the lightness of, I'm in the fire swamp and woo, Gumdrop Mountain. We don't allow ourselves. It's not even just joy along the way, but it's the experience along the way. Because if we're so focused on that end pursuit, this is a balance. You have to know where you're going, so you know where to roll and how to roll and which numbers you need. You know, sometimes you're like, give me a 4, give me a 4, give me a 4. I need a 6, I need a 6, I need a 6. You need to know where you're going, so then you can have hope to get there. And so you can have the strategy to get there. And yet, along the way, rooting in and enjoying the places that you're at along the way. So you need to be the first to get to the end of the game board, but you land on Gumdrop Mountain. Don't lose sight of the fact that on the way to the end of the board, I have been given this gift of Gumdrop Mountain, and it's fun, and I can stay here and enjoy it. And then on the other side, don't lose sight of the fact that along the way to the end, I've landed in Fire Swamp. Look around in Fire Swamp. It's not that you're really enjoying it, but experiencing it. So it's truly about experiencing everything along the way. And they say you talk so much about karma. And oh, this is an interesting reframe on karma. Karma, oh, this makes so much sense. Karma isn't necessarily the balancing of out of good and evil and what you did and what you didn't do. What karma is the opportunity to go back and to experience the things that you haven't experienced fully. It's the opportunity to go back and be like, you know what? You zoomed through here and you didn't experience it. Now is your chance to be here longer. Now you have an opportunity to experience it more fully. You didn't feel your emotions. You didn't feel your feels. You didn't have gratitude. You didn't have whatever it is. Karma is the opportunity to go back and to feel the things that we moved through too quickly along the way. Wow, that's an interesting reframe. Okay, there's a lot more there, but I don't want to flood. Like I said, I've been working with this for a few days because there's a lot here. So I will be back. I hope you all have a really great week. Bye.